a pin in it. Hey y'all, this is Marie from our Okie homestead. The highway is fixing to be worked on, I guess you could say, expanded. Our state highway here doesn't have shoulders, and so they're going to come in, remedy that situation. But it's like days before Christmas, and we got this cold front coming. It's like I'm trying to get stuff done, and I'm trying to do what I can with no water. So I know. I'm fixing to get you some hay. Yeah. But yeah, they're over there again. Yeah. Let me get you some hay. I'm checking, making sure everybody's noses are clear. No runny noses. I've been really watching for that after losing our old show gelding, because he got sick so fast. And then we treated him and he got better so fast. And then he went down again so fast. So, vigilant. So, 2 more horses to check. And that'd be Bandit in the little barn.
I don't want to let Bandit out till I put hay out.
All right. He says he don't care, just get me some food. Yeah, he just wants food. He says, come on now. Yeah, we're just prepping, trying to get ready for a cold spell. Gonna move a extra water tank up by the little barn to get it filled up. So like times like this when the water is off because they're working on it, or if it's frozen or whatever, then we still have a 150-gallon tank to be able to dip water out of. You know, well, we're fixing it today. He's got the hay spear back on the tractor, and we're gonna set out a roll of hay for the mares so they'll have a whole roll out there that they can eat on. We're fixing to be at a point where the mares all summer, they've been out on the pasture, and all they've needed was just a little bit of hay once a day. We was able to actually stop the grain totally because we had horses getting too fat, and it's better for them to be a little bit too thin than it is for them to be too fat. And as you could see, even with it getting cooler and all they've been getting for months is just hay. Well, we do put mineral tubs out that has minerals, the protein tubs that's made for horses, and then that way if there's anything nutrition wise that they may be lacking, then they'll eat off that protein tub, and a lot of times they'll go through it within a couple weeks. It'd be gone. And so that's why you'll see blue tubs laying here and there and everywhere until I get around and round them all up and reuse them for other stuff. So any kind of livestock, you've got to watch condition from one day to the next. The better you keep an eye on their condition and adjust their feed accordingly, it's easier that way. If you stay consistent, then you can pretty much tell almost daily if something's off. Like head to toe, checking everything. What a mess. What'd you do to your tail? And how'd you manage this? Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I'm gonna break that off the rest of the way. Knots and knots. My goodness.
It's gone now, boy.
And so I kind of like my horses to be a little bit fat going into winter. I like all my animals to be a little bit fat going into winter. So that way, if we have cold spells, they just got that extra bit of insulation on them, kind of like me. So that's why my horses, I do prefer them a little bit chunky. I do want to mention too, when it comes to horses, they lose condition super fast and they gain it slow, because you got to be careful when you're trying to put weight back on them. So you definitely don't want them to drop a bunch of weight if you can help it. And so to me, if that means covering them up when it's wet and cold, or even bringing them in for the night, then that's what I'll do. And that goes for the goats too. Just because of the fact you don't have to feed them as much. If they're not having to like produce so much heat to keep themselves warm, then you don't have to feed them as much. So to me, it just kind of makes sense. He looks like he's in our pasture. I'm gonna be kind of upset if they start digging trenches up there when I have horses in this pasture. And it looks like he's got the trencher in our pasture. You can't have trenching going on with horses running around. What on earth is he doing? Because they kind of surprised us coming in here and doing this today. So we decided we're going to go ahead and run panels across here. We've got, well, they're right there, the panels on the tractor, because the state's coming in. The water company is redoing the line right now, but the state's going to have to come back here pretty soon and redo the whole fence across the front. This one, the mares are just gonna stay up in that other section for the night. They're pretty happy so far because they haven't been in that area for a while, so they're eating that grass down that's still in there, even though it's dead. And plus we've put out a roll for them in there, so they're situated. We just got to get them set up with a water tank for the night. And then once they eat that grass down in there, this perennial ryegrass, you see how it's green? We've got perennial ryegrass out here, and so it'll give this a chance to kind of rest for a day or two also with them in there. And then once we get ready to turn them back out in here, once they get all that trench packed back down, then we'll be able to put them back out. But this will give them a bigger area instead of that one small area to be in. So this is another kind of temporary fence. We're just using our panels, throw T-posts in to help support them. So that's it for that. Had to quit horsing around and had to get some work done. So now we're fixing to go get some dinner, because like I said, we're hungry. So y'all have a good one.